Hey everybody, this is Ryan. Let's take a look at the second half of Here Comes the Sun. It looks like this. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's alright. Great benefits to this riff. We are looking at our finger picking. We have a slide. We have a cool way to play an E7 chord. And we're going to look at some more arrangement technique / things to consider when playing single note melody lines fingerstyle. So let's dive right into it. No unique things about the tabs. As usual, if things are in parentheses, that means things are optional. So to start, we have our D chord, and we are going to play a quarter note D string. Then you can do an optional classical roll to the second fret on the high E like this. Then we have the open, you just lift up the middle finger to play this open string right there. So we have, and then you put the middle finger back down to play the second fret on the high E here, and then you play the third fret on the B string there. So this first bar looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try that together. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now on this downbeat here, this is a tie from the previous note. This 2 is optional, so I'll often do this. And then add a little filler note right there before I play the melody again. And then once this is played, then we do, using the similar concepts from the previous video. So let's just practice this bar. It'll go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We'll do it that fast. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 2 more times. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very good. Now let's connect these bars together. Same speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And another quick note about this, since there's this space right here, there's the 1 and then the and of 1, you can choose to move this 2 to the and of 1 right here instead of it being right on the downbeat. Now moving on to the G major 7, once we do this, you can use this time in between here to take your middle finger that just played this note and move your middle finger to this note down here. So, and then we switch to our G major 7 that we learned in the last video. And then we do this part. Now over here, the 2 and the 3, this is a bit of it's kind of a tight squeeze in the fingers right here. So as soon as you play this second fret, once you're ready to play the third fret, you can lift off your first finger to make room for your hand to put that ring finger there. So it would look like this. And then as I'm ready to play the third fret, my finger lifted off to give me more room to grab it. I also will do this part like this. And then I do my pinky here just because it's more comfortable for me when I get ready to grab the E7 chord that we're going to go over in a second. So let's just try this bar. It'll look like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1, 2, last time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, you can choose to play your E7 like this, where you have the second or the middle finger on the second fret of the A, your pointer finger on the first fret of the G, and your ring finger on the third fret of the B. It's just like a normal E7, except now we're taking this finger and we're putting it on this D note right here. That's a totally valid way to play it. It just feels more comfortable for me, and I'm able to grab this chord more easily if I use my pinky here. I'm not sure why, that just feels better for me. So you can do either this way or this way. Both of these ways are fine. It's a different voicing. It's got the 7th in it twice as opposed to it just being in there one time. So you get a more dominant feel with this version than just the standard version. Now, let's practice going from G major 7 to the E7. So let's do this. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and to the E7. And once we play that open E, let's go ahead and grab this chord. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. One last time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's look at the E7 bar. So after you play this open E, these notes right here are optional. I kind of flip between whether I play this string or this string. Basically, it's just like a bassier string with the thumb is what I'm doing here. And then I would recommend that you play this, even though this is optional, because it outlines the E7 part of it, the E major or the E dominant 7, which gives it that unique sound because it's a, you know, what do they call it? 5/5. So that's why I'd recommend that you play that. So that bar looks like this. Like that. So let's just try this bar. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and last time. Here we go. And then after this, if you played your E7 this way, you can keep your ring finger here to grab the D. If you played your E7 like this, then just go to your D chord as normal. And then it's going to repeat the very first bar that you did. Well, almost repeat the very first bar that you did earlier. There's a slight change right here. So it's going to sound like this. And then right here, there's a big difference to help you get set up for the actual lick that comes after this part. If you play it like this, if you try to do the slide, now you're going to see that your fingers are not going to be able to grab this third fret right here on the B string. So you want to do a finger substitution on this second fret of the G string, and I'll show you what that looks like. And now, because I chose to use my middle finger to substitute that second fret, now my first finger is right here, ready to play this third fret right there. And you can substitute whatever finger works best for you. If you did the ring finger, it'd look like this. And now, it's a little bit awkward because you are still holding on this third fret here, but now you're set up for this. That part. So you can use, once you do this, I'll just take my middle finger and slide it back down to play this part right here. So whatever works for you. To do the slide, you're going to play the second fret on the G string and then keep the pressure on as you slide up 2 frets. Actually, let's just try that real quick. With whatever finger you want to use, either your middle finger, ring finger, whatever suits your fancy. And one more time. But let's try doing the finger substitution and then slide into this note. So let's do 1 and 2 and ready. Here we go. Now 1 and 2 and 3 and finger substitution. Just like that. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you can see that when I do the finger substitution, I'm playing the D as normal, and then it's like this finger is still keeping pressure, and then this finger slides in and takes over the pressure. That's a good way to do finger substitutions because the note continues out, but you don't have to do it that way. You can do it like this and make the note cut short to substitute it. So let's try it again. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3. Finger substitution. One last time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's take a look at the lick. The lick goes like this. And the only optional note in this is you don't have to play this 4th fret right here. You can do, because it's the same B note. But the reason why I like playing the 4th fret is because the notes are more separated than if you do this. Then the notes have potential to ring out, but that's a really slight difference that doesn't really matter. You can do it either way. So whatever finger you chose to play this note right here, you're going to use it to slide. And it's a grace note slide. Slide up to this note, and then you're going to just do 3 and then open. And then either if you use the middle finger, slide down to the 2nd fret. If you use your ring finger, then use your 1st finger to grab that 2nd fret right here. And so it would look like this. Or this. Then we just have here the open G string. And then you can do like a D sus2 right here. And then we're going to outline the other part of the lick, which looks like this. And the picking hand fingering on this can look many different ways. You can do it with each finger assigned to one string. So like this, where you're double plucking with the same finger. You can do it a classical style where you have 1st finger, then your 2nd finger, then the 1st finger, then the 2nd finger. So like alternate. Or you can do it opposite where you have 2nd finger, then 1st finger, then 2nd finger, then 1st finger. I tend to do, I go back and forth, but I'll do this. And I use the second first approach because my second finger was the one that started playing this string. But some classical guitarists might get mad at me because the first finger always has to play on the downbeat, but in a music therapy setting, it doesn't really matter. So let's just go through this riff together. 1 and 2, and we'll do the slide into it as well. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and one last time. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4, and that could be a good way to think about it too. Is just these are like dotted quarter note groupings that are put over these two bars. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4, and could be like a good way to think about the rhythm of it. Now that we've done all that, let's just go through all of this one time at the same tempo, and then we'll call it a day. So 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, G major 7 and 2 and 3 and to E7, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D and 2 and 3 and 4 and lick. And the run. And then you land on the D. All right. Great job, everybody. So this was the second half of Here Comes the Sun, and I will see you all in the practice video.